Welcome to Flash CS6 Tutorial 39. Connect the dots. Going to start by opening a new FLA, keeping Action Script 3, and we're going to open the main timeline, and I'm going to call this my picture, PIC. In my case, I'm going to draw a house. I'm going to pick up my straight line tool, and I'm purposely going to cross over my lines. There's one line for my house. There's another line for my house. And this line here, I'm going to pick up my selection tool, right click, copy it, paste it in place. Using my arrow keys, just slide it over. That looks like a good house. My straight line tool again. Draw a angle line like that. I purposely want to cross over it again. By that I mean I want to cross over there. Pick up my selection tool, double click. Oh, I don't want all that. I just want this. Hold my shift down and this. Right click, copy all that. Right click, paste it in place. While it's highlighted, open modify. Right here, transform, evict, transform, flip horizontally. And again, using my arrow key, bring it over until I cross this line. Something like that. That little peak and that peak should be roughly the same. Now I can click on these and just delete them all. I'm going to click on this line, right click, copy it, paste it in place, and arrow key it up until it reaches here. That's close enough. And I'm going to use my straight line tool and draw a door. And a window. I could use the rectangle tool, but I got the straight line tool out. I'm going to use that. There. That's my house. You can make it as fancy as you wish. Lock that layer. Insert layer. Call it dots. D-O-T-S is connect the dots. Over here, I'm clicking on my oval tool. If you're seeing the oval tool, you got it. If not, click this corner. Pick oval tool. I don't want any stroke, so no stroke. And I want black for my fill. And hold my shift down. I'm making a circle. I'm going to make my stage about 400%. And find that circle I just made. Highlight it. Open the properties panel. Make sure this link here is locked. And I'm going to make my circle about 5 pixels. And I'm just changing one because that's locked. This one here will also change. There's my back to 100%. Oh, yeah, they might be a bit small. I'm going to make them a bit bigger here. Instead of 5, let's make them 10. There. Now, while it's highlighted, right click, copy it, paste in place, and just drag it. And I'm going to start by putting it here, right on this corner. Right click, paste in place again. Go up to there. Right click, paste in place again. So that's going to be one. I want that one a little higher. Right click, paste in place, and you're going to do this until you have dots everywhere you want them. I'll get mine in and I'll get back to you. Now you can see I have a bunch of dots on mine. Pretty much everywhere there's a junction, I have a dot. You don't have to be too fussy. And now what I'm going to do is number these. Lock all my layers, select the dot layers, insert one, and call this numbers, N-U-M-B-E-R-S, that's my numbers. And I'm going to pick up my text tool, select frame 1, open my properties panel, text tool, properties panel. Okay, I got to have a block drawn. Right here I'm going to draw a text box, open my properties panel. I want it 10 points. I want it black. I got Times New Roman. Make sure classic text is selected here. Make sure static text is selected here. And then click this embed. And upper, lower, numerals, and punctuations. Okay. And I'm going to start here by calling that number 1. Make another one, number 2, number 3, and then all I'm going to do is pick them up with my selection tool and take them and dock them where I want. 1, 2, 3, and eventually I'll do them all and get back to you. Okay, I have mine done. All my dots. I just want to show you where I have them. I've also, if you noticed, I added the doorknob to my door. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is way down here, then 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have a 10, so that means for my game, if you have no 10, that means stop clicking. Get at 11, 12, 13. There's no 14, so stop clicking. Then you go 15, 16, 17, 18, and that's the puzzle. So now, what we got to do is lock all the layers. And now I want to remove all the lines that are joined by numbers. So I'm trying to get this centered on myself. Let's go to fit window. There it is. And I want the picture right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this layer. Right click, copy it. Right click, paste and paste layer. So now I actually have 2 picture layers. And this one, just to save it, I'm going to double click on it and make it a mask. What that means is I won't see it when I run the program, but I'll be able to refer to it if I need it. And because I don't want to see that right now, I'm going to click here under this eyeball so I don't see this picture. I can still see this one, and this is the one I'm going to work with. So unlock this layer. From 1 to 2, that line. Now if all this highlights, then what you got to do is erase it. So I want it to just get this part here, not that. So there's 2 ways of doing it. You can take and pick up your selection tool and come here and get that right angle and pull the line down a bit like this. And then sometimes that'll do it. See that? Or you could erase it. So that one I want deleted. I want the one between 2 and 3 deleted. I want the one between 3 and 4 deleted. I want the one that goes right down to 5 deleted. I want the one to 6 delete, 7 deleted. Got to do the same thing. I can either erase it or grab that and just pull it down slightly. I got a bend in that, so I'm going to just Control Z. Try it again, pull it straight down. There. Click that, delete it. 7 to 8, 8 to 9, and this will stay here in my case because I don't want to jump from 1 to 7. I've gone to 9. There's no 10, so now it's 11, 12. Delete this. Delete this. There's no 14, so I delete this one, delete this one, and the rest of them stay. So now, all we got to do is come up with a means of filling those dots, and that's done by ActionScript. So make sure all the layers are locked. Select the top layer, insert a layer, and call it Action Script, AS. Open the Actions panel and type all this code. Type, more typing and more typing. I'll give you a brief explanation of what this is doing. We're starting off by setting up a variable. VAR turns purple. I'm calling it drawing B, colon number. Number turns blue with capital N, equals 1, semicolon. That's the drawing that we're going to be making and keeping track of this drawing. We've got another variable, so you can copy this and paste it if you want, and change the name of the variable to line size B, capital L, capital S, B, colon number, same as that, equals 2 this time. This is how fat the line is when you're drawing it. So if you want it bigger, you make this number bigger. If you want it smaller, make it smaller. This, copy it, paste it in again, call it draw color B. And the color I'm choosing is, I think, black. So it's 0, X, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, semicolon. There should be 8 digits here. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's the hexadecimal code for black. If you wanted a different color, you can make it a different color. And we're going to use some sprites here. It's another variable. It's called canvas B, shift underscore SP. I had, when I got this code and made it, I had an A and a B and a C. That's why and I copied it. I'm keeping the B. So colon sprite, capital SPRITE, equals new sprite. I think it's important that you have a space between the new and sprite. New is purple, sprite is blue. Open, close bracket, semicolon. And we're now going to make that canvas up. So this is what does that. This, THIS, period, add child. Small t, small a, capital C. That turns blue if it's spelt right. Open bracket, canvas B underscore SP. That's that variable we named. Close bracket, semicolon. And now we're going to set that canvas up. That's the area on the stage that we're going to allow to draw on, to draw our lines. So that canvas B sprite again, there it is there, period, graphic, period, begin fill. Small g, period, small b, capital F. Will turn blue if it's spelled right. Open bracket. There's the hexadecimal code. I think that, I don't know what color that is. It doesn't matter. It could be any color. I think it might be a yellowish. I'm just guessing on that because I'm hiding it anyway. So open bracket, 0x FF, 4 zeros, close bracket, semicolon. Those colors here, if you go over to your bucket here, click on that. That's those numbers up here. See them there? As you get on a number, they change. That's the hexadecimal code. So I just showed you that. So that's setting up the color of the fill for my stage. Then we got that. You can copy this line, paste it in, change graphic period begin fill to graphic period draw rect. So small g, small d, capital R as in rectangle. Again, turns blue. Open bracket, 0, 0, 550, 400, close bracket, semicolon. This is the XY coordinate, means it starts in the top left-hand corner of my stage, and this is the width of my stage and the height of my stage. I can select any area on the stage that I want to be able to write on. In this case, I'm allowing it to write on the entire stage. Okay, copy all that if you want, paste it in. This canvas underscore sprites SP stays the same. Period, alpha, ALPHA equals 0, semicolon. This 0 makes it so that this is transparent, so that the stage is transparent when I draw on it. So that's why up here it really doesn't matter what color we picked up here to fill it with. Okay, now this is where the drawing actually takes place. So variable drawing B, underscore sh, capital D, capital B, colon, shape, capital SHAPE, equals new shape, again, space in here, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon. Same thing, we're going to allow the mouse to do this for us. This, period, add child, almost the same as up here. You can actually copy that if you want, but instead of what it was, this is going to be open bracket, drawing B, underscore sh, close bracket, semicolon. And now here's the mouse movements. That canvas BSP that we made way up there, period, add event listener, small a, capital E, capital L, turns blue. Open bracket, mouse event, capital M, capital E, turns blue, period. Mouse underscore up, all uppercase capital letters, comma, mouse up B, capital M, capital U, B, close bracket, semicolon. Copy that, paste it in. This all stays the same to here. Instead of writing up, we write down, again, capital letters. And instead of saying mouse up B, it's mouse down B. Paste it in again. Here, instead of being up, it's move, capital MOVE, and here it's mouse move B. And here's the functions that are calling those listeners that are being called here. Function, mouse up B, open bracket E, colon, mouse event, capital M, capital E, turns blue, close bracket, colon, void. There's the open curly bracket for the function. As you start to write, you get this closed curly bracket. Drawing B equals 0, semicolon. Okay. Now, you can copy this if you want and paste it in. Maybe this, copy this section and paste it in. And instead of being mouse up, it's mouse down. See, instead of being mouse up, it's mouse down B. In here, the variable, we're making a new variable called can xb, capital C, capital X, capital B, colon, number, turns blue with a capital N, equals drawing B underscore sh, period, mouse X, small m, capital X, turns blue, semicolon. That's up here, right here. That's where we got this drawing B sh. This new variable, that's it there. This allows us to draw the x-axis and just copy that and paste it in. Change the x to a y. That allows us to copy or to draw the y-axis. And at the same time, we're going to make this drawing B equal to 1, semicolon. That's a variable up here, drawing B. That up here, when the mouse is up, is a 0. When it's down here, when you're actually drawing, it's a 1. So now here we go. Drawing B underscore sh. We're going to use these two variables here, period. Graphics, period, line style. Small g, period, small l, capital S, turns blue. Open bracket, line style B, drawing color B, close bracket, semicolon. That's the two way up here original variables we made. Drawing B, line size B. Okay, where was I at? Yep, here. Drawing B underscore sh, period, graphics, period, move to. Small g, small m, capital T. It's going to allow this line to move based on these two parameters. And that's those two parameters we just made here for the x and y coordinate. So open bracket can xb, comma, can yb, close bracket, semicolon. They're capital C's, and the xb and the yb are capitalized. There's the closed curly bracket, which may already come in for you for this function. Okay. Now, we got one more when we actually move it. One was the up, one was the down, and now we're actually moving it. Function, move, most move B, open bracket E, colon, most event, close bracket, colon, void, void the same color as function, open curly bracket. Now this part right here that you got to type in, if you go up the page, right here, it's lines 39 to 40 on my case. It's where the most is down. Copy those two parameters right there. 1, 2, right click, copy them. And you can take them and paste them right in here. If turns purple, open bracket, drawing B equals 1, close bracket. So up here, when we have the most down, it is equal to 1. When we have the most up, it's equal to 0. So if the most is down, that's what that is actually saying, is the most down. If it is indeed down, and it's true, here's the open curly bracket, this is drawing. Drawing B underscore SH period graphics period line 2 small g small l capital T open bracket can XB comma can YB close bracket semicolon. There's the closed curly bracket for this if, and there's the closed curly bracket for this function. Wow. Absolutely as clear as mud. Now, before I try it, I'm just going to scroll through the action code real slow, just in case you got some things mixed up, or I got some things mixed up. So I'm just going to slowly scroll through them. This way here you can see how the order is. Some people find this helpful, some people don't. There we go. So let's see if I got any faults and test it out. Control, test movie, test. No errors. I'm moving my mouse around, nothing happens. If I click it somewhere, like on the 1 and drag it, I get a line. I unclick it, drag it to 3, drag it to 4, drag it to 5, to 6, 7, 8, 9. Because there's no 10, I come back to 11, 12, 13. There's no 14, start at 15, 16, 17, 18. Hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learn.